So Brian, once the competitors got their mind in the game, what kind of equipment considerations should they be concerned about to get into precision rifle?
Well, the way that I try to think about equipment is if it helps me with both performance or fit. So obviously you need a rifle that is accurate, but in addition to that, you need a rifle that is competitive when the wind blows, right? And it's also something that you can typically go and get ammo for, or that you know how to reload for. Now the second side is fit. A really good rifle that happens to not be sized or easily used by a shooter is a wasted opportunity, and along comes with it a good trigger, nice chassis system, a good scope mount, a scope that you understand and know how to use, and maybe a zoom lever. All these things that allow you to appreciate or be able to use all the controls on is something that I consider quite a bit. The way to think about where equipment has gone and needs to go, right now you've got a lot of great calibers. Right? You've got calibers that are pretty flat shooting. They perform quite well in the wind. And then now you're seeing more systems that take the shooter's needs into concern. For example, chassis systems that allow a tall shooter to use the same chassis that a short shooter might use, like myself. Being able to make it shorter, being able to put custom hand grips on there, while it's not something not something you think about right away, is incredibly important when you're running around with this rifle and shooting in a position that you might not otherwise feel comfortable. Right, the interface between the rifle and their shooter, therefore, is quite important. Now, lastly, the optics. Right, optics are key for high performance. I have full confidence in my optics because if I didn't, then none of my practice would really matter because I'd be chasing zero. And of course, once you get up to flight, you're getting ready to go to the competition. A changing zero is something you really don't want to worry about. A broken optic, something you really don't want to worry about because you've spent tons of hours, lots of money trying to get there, and your equipment failing is just really not a fun way to end all that with.
And then, as far as practice, can you share some of your insight?
Yeah, we do this for fun. And so you really need to make sure that your practice session has something fun in it, right? And you're thinking, well, I do this for fun anyways, but you got to ask yourself, at some point, any kind of sport, if done improperly, will feel like a job, right? And because this is not my main job, shooting competition, I'm not sure is anyone's main job, that at least I know of. We want to make sure that we preserve the fun in it. So a couple ideas that I found out when I felt like I was getting burnt out, in addition to my competition gun, I brought my lever action. So I shot my 45-70 for fun on the side range, and as soon as I got tired of that, I was ready to go and shoot my 6.5 Somme, a little bit more my competition gun, right? And I tried to build in fun drills, variations into there. But then, most importantly though, if we're going to practice, we should have some form of an intent. And just so write it out. Write it on your calendar appointment, write it on the top header of your notebook along with the date, and then at the end of the session, just be frank. It's a private notebook, so you don't have to share it, but just say, hey, did I accomplish this? Did I not accomplish this? And then move on. But most importantly, you really have to enjoy doing this, otherwise you got to ask yourself, are you doing this for the right reasons? Right. That being said, we can always talk about more complicated ways to practice, like interval practice. A lot of things that from other sports very much apply to shooting. And a lot of these lessons, or these concepts, have already been solved. So feel free to go and take them from the gym, take it from basketball, take it from the other sports, and apply it to shooting and see if it works.
And as a competitor is working their way through a competition, what kind of learning and experiences should they be expecting to gain from their from that day or from that week that they're on the competition course?
Sure. Well, the end result is, after you've spent a lot of time learning about this and practicing, is that you learn how to shoot in a variety of different conditions, and that makes a really good shooter. Now, I like to think about learning how to shoot almost like if you were to write a letter. Right? At first, you'll put some ideas down, just throw things on the wall to see what sticks, and then after that you'll try to pull some of it away, do some refinement, filter it out, and so that's the person you're writing to will understand what you're talking about. And then lastly, you'll go and mail the letter, which means you'll go and share it with someone else. Shooting is no different in that at first you want to just listen to people, take advice from people, and just soak it all in. Right? Then next, you need to start discarding the things that don't work for you. Right? Advice that might have been given to you, but applies to a different size of shooter, a different skill level of shooter. You want to discard. Right? And once you've done a lot of that filtering out, you can then go put into a package and then it's shared with somebody who might have something in common with you, and then that final step allows you to realize how much or how little you've learned. Right? And this cycle can go on and on. You don't ever stay in the last stage where you're just teaching people all the time. You'll probably go through this cycle maybe even on a daily basis if you're learning a new skill. And once you realize that, I think that that's a key to learning something well quickly and being able to apply its benefits to other people.
So to summarize, sign up, have fun shooting.
That's right.
Thanks, Brian.